Donald Trump said if he doesn't win, there's going to be a bloodbath in America. He also made sure to reference, undocumented individuals as animals and not human beings. And he also believed that somehow, Biden beat Obama by a landslide. I kid you not. Here it is.
Years, if you call them people, I don't know if you call them people. In some cases, they're not people, in my opinion, but I'm not allowed to say that because the radical left says that's a terrible thing to say. They say you have to vote against him because did you hear what he said about humanity? I've seen the humanity, and these are bad. These are animals, okay? And we have to stop.
All right. So Fox News, the safe haven for all things racist, posed a question about the comments. Here it is.
Why do you use words like vermin and poisoning of the blood? The press, as you know, immediately reacts to that by saying, well, that's the kind of language that Hitler and Mussolini used.
Well, that's what they say. I didn't know that, but that's what they say. Because our country is being poisoned. Look, we have, and we can be nice about it. We can talk about, I want to be politically correct. But we have people coming in from prisons and jails, long-term murderers, people with sentences that the rest of their lives they're going to spend in some jail in some country that many people have never even heard of.
You heard Trump. Trump said, yeah, I didn't know that, but that's what they say. But I didn't know that. And then he gets to just continue as if he did not make a major hypocritical statement. Trump, if you knew that that's what the media says, they said, that means you knew they said that. And you continue to repeat what you know these murderous dictators said. You see, that's real simple to pick up. Once again, he was on Fox News, okay? Now, here's what will happen according to Trump if he does not win the 2024 election.
If I get elected, now if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole, that's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country. That'll be the least of it.
And he would also say this.
Interesting, Joe Biden won against Barack Hussein Obama. Has anyone ever heard of him? Barack Hussein Obama.
You know, it's interesting, right? Because if Biden would have made such a blunder in the inverse, everyone on the Trump side and some who are not even on the Trump side, but just Republicans, right? They would say, oh my goodness, Joe Biden has dementia. Isn't it evident? Is it not obvious? Joe has been a gaffe master for 22 years, at least. Trump has been getting facts wrong forever. And he doesn't read in order to reinforce the facts that are in front of him. He did this while being president, before president, and post-presidency. But let's talk about the bloodbath comment. You see, he understands binary marketing. He understands code very well. He is a master at it. And then when he gets interviewed, he says, oh, gee, that's not what I really meant. That's just the left-wing media taking it out of context. What I meant was this. What I meant was that. His team has to scramble to find ways in order to massage the reality of what he is. Do you remember during the debate, he told the Proud Boys to stand by? Remember that? He was being pressured to basically say, hey, I do not subscribe to the ideology of these individuals. But instead, he told them to stand by. And oh my goodness, did they not stand by for him? Attempted to overthrow the government for him. They have now been convicted, many of the members, including leadership, of doing what he told them to stand by to do. Don't think for 1 minute that this man is somehow adverse in his understanding of what he's submitting to the public. He's dangerous. All right, I had the thoughts here.
You know, when he said there's going to be a bloodbath in America, there has been a bloodbath in America for how many years now? It's already been here. There's been a shooting. There was a shooting every month in America. The people who are unhoused, that are hungry. What kind of bloodbath are you talking about, Trump? Because the American people are already under assault. The American people that go to work every day who can't even buy good fruit because they can't afford it. Like, what are you saying there's going to be a bloodbath? Are you talking about violence in this country? Because we seem to specialize in it. We are number one in that when it comes to other countries, gun violence. I mean, now we're ramping up with knife violence. Like, what exactly is he talking about? He thinks people are going to go out into the streets and just kill people because he didn't win the presidency. I mean, like, it's just ridiculous. And the fact that we do not question our education system and the level of critical thinking and people having the opportunity to have knowledge so that they can process these kinds of things and be able to deal with them in an intelligent manner speaks to how poor this country is in education. And we should really be concerned about that, because the fact that the audience, Trump has an audience, is just an indicator of not just people being fed up with the government, but the fact that they don't have the information to be able to assess and listen to what he's saying and say, this is not true. This is not based on a. And last and finally, I'm so tired of the immigrant conversation continuously surrounding brown people in this country, as if people don't come here from Eastern Europe and commit crimes. I just read about a crime ring that was directly connected to Eastern Europeans. Like, why are you continuously framing the undocumented series solely around the brown people that come here from Central America? When people come here from Asia, they come from Africa, they come from Europe, they come from everywhere to this country who are undocumented. And I'm not even going to talk about the Africans and the Haitians, because we know they don't get treated well. We know that they've been kidnapped in Mexico. But the whole idea that people that come here to commit crimes, if all of the people that were undocumented left this country, one, the economy would collapse, and during COVID, everybody would die, because the people that were out there doing the work, a lot of those people were undocumented.
Yeah, and the reality is Canadians are the number one violators for overstay visas. Your mail to order bride, which is a prostitution ring, well, that's Russia all over it. And the list goes on and on. So you are absolutely correct. Criminality is not simply contextualized through folks who happen to be brown and outside of the United States of America.